Namaste everyone, we are from Project Savers and in this video we will cover the next topic of C programming language, that is recursion. Recursion is a term used in functions. So what is recursion? Let's see it. So recursion is a function which calls itself again and again into its own body. Okay, I know you didn't get this one. So for this, let's understand the example. So all you guys know that what is meant by factorial and how we can get the factorial. Okay, factorial is if you want to find the factorial of 5, so we will multiply it with 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. So all the total multiplication will be our factorial, means the number till the number will multiply it. Okay, so let's see it with example, that is factorial. So let's take example of this. Until now, that's we got the number for which we want to find a factorial. Okay, so if f equal to fact of n, you guys know that it is returning an integer type value. That's why we'll come it here, int fact of n. So this is the function which return the integer type value. If n equal to 1, return 1, because the factorial of 1 is 1. Else return n into fact of n minus 1. Please take here note that this is the recursion function. In the function of this fact, it's called again. Okay, as you can see here, fact of n minus 1, and you have to execute it until we get the recursion. Okay, so that's the recursion. So let's see it how recursion is actually works in function. Okay, so here suppose we want to find a factorial of 5 number. Okay, so user have entered 5 number, so it will come up here fact n. So we have stored the number in n, so we are passing 5 here. Okay, so it will come up here. Okay, in fact n. So let's understand here. So suppose n is 5. If n is equal to 1, n is equal to 1, but our value of n is 5, so it is not true. Okay, as you can see here, if n equal to 1, it will return 1, else it will execute this statement. Okay, so here our value is n equal to 5 if n is not equal to 1. Okay, so it will go into else part. Just focus on this middle terms for at the beginning and you will understood. Okay, just focus on these terms. Okay, so n equal to not equal to 1, so n into fact of n minus 1, this it will execute this. Okay, so n our value is 5, so 5 into fact of n minus 1, here 5 minus 1 equal to 4. Okay, so again the function is called with value is 4. Okay, the function is called with value 4 n minus 1. Okay, but we don't know the value of this function fact of 4. So again, when this function is called, it will execute again n equal to 4. Again, if n is equal to 1, value of n equal to 4, not, it is equal to 1. Okay, so n into fact of n minus 1, again this else block statement will be executed. 4 into fact of n minus 1, here our value is 4, so 4 minus 1 3. So here function again is called with value of 3. Are you getting? Fact of n minus 1, so 4 into fact of n minus 1, so where our value was previously 4, so 4 here minus 1, so 3. This is the new function call with new value, that is 3. So again we don't know this value of this function which is called, so again it will execute here n equal to 1, it will execute again. Now 3 is equal to 1, no, it will not execute the if block, it will come up here n into fact of n minus 1. Okay, now the value is 3 into fact of n minus 1, that is 2. Are you getting? So 3 into fact of 2, still we don't know the value of 2. Okay, so again it will execute. Now the value, now it is again function is called with value 2. Now the n equal to 2. Okay, so if n is equal to 1, not, because the value here is 2, so 2 into fact of 2 minus 1, Okay, 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, we still don't know the value of fact of 1. Okay, so again it will call itself again with value 1. Now take here carefully that now the value of n is 1. If n is equal to 1, return 1. What we have given here. See, that's why we have used the return type function in recursion to find factorial. Okay, so in fact, n equal to 1 now at this case. Okay, n equal to 1, yes, so it will return 1. Where it will return 1? Where the function was being called. So fact of 1. Now the fact of 1, we got the value, that is 1. So 2 into 1, 2. Okay, again this 2 value is returned. 2 value is returned to here. Okay, 2, fact of 2. So 3 into fact of 2, we got the value here. Okay, this function we got the value here 2. So 3 into 2, 6. Now again this 6 value is returned back to where the function was called. So here fact of 3. So value of this function is now 6. So 4 into 6, 24. So now this value is again returned back to here where the function was called, fact of 4. Now the fact of 4 value we know, that is 24. So 5 into 24, 120. So this is the factorial of 5, that is 120 we get. Okay, we will get, and it will return the 120 return back to where and store it in f as we are returning back. So print, it will print the factorial of f. Okay, so I hope you got the concept behind the recursion. So let's execute it in a programming way. Okay, so let's understand recursion using factorial. Let me define int n to get a number from user, and f, which will store the actual result, which is returned by the function factorial, which we will be defining. CLRSCR to cleaning the screen. And remember, always when you are creating functions, so declare them first. So int fact, this function is we are going to use of return type int. Okay, and you guys know that this is called as function definition. Okay, if you haven't watched the videos of function, so do check that out. And okay, so we will ask user to enter number to find factorial. Okay, backslash n. So we will store that in n %d comma ampersand n. Okay, so we will call our function f equal to fact of n, and we are passing the value n. As we are creating that function as a return type of integer, that's why we are initialized with integer value f equal to. So we will catch that value. So get ch, here our code is closed. Oh, one thing is missed out. We will print the final result, factorial of given number is %d comma f. Okay, let me add a backslash n for more appropriate output. So we will define our, we will create a function body here. So in fact int n, no matter, we can give same variable name or any other name, it's depend upon you. So if n is equal to 1, then return 1. Okay, else, here is our important part, return n into, as we are finding the factorial, so n into fact of n minus 1. So this is our recursion function. Okay, and we know how it's going to perform behind the scenes. So control F9, no errors, alt F9 and control F9 to run. So we'll check with our previous example. So we have given number 5, the factorial for given number is 20. Okay, is executing correctly in defined condition. Okay, if we didn't give any defined condition, so it will go into infinite loop. So what is infinite loop? You guys know that it will keep executing, which is bad for every programmer. So every programmer should avoid that infinite loop. Okay, so that was for our video. I hope you understood the concept of recursion, which is very important when you learn C++, Java or Python. Recursion will encounter at every stage, so it is very important to learn at the beginning so you won't face any difficulties. Okay, so that was for our video. If you found any doubts, please let me know in the comments, and we have created a quiz on it, so do check that out. And in the next video we will cover what is structure and why it is used. Okay, so stay tuned.